Right then folks, here we are at the beginning of another fairy village woods walk and talk. There you go. And the doggies are ready. Oh yeah, well I figured bringing them here this morning would be a good idea because it's a more gentle walk than whacking the ball around. It'd be good for them. Plus I've made the mistake of thinking it'd be quieter at this time of day rather than at lunchtime. Yeah, car park is full up. Come on, Mollie, Carly, always the one behind, isn't you? Here you go, Bubs. Yes, well, yesterday what was it? Oh, if you remember, I said I got an email about a fine where I was apparently been parking somewhere. Yeah, I think that's fake. Went down yesterday to the magistrate's court to try and find out about it. Magistrate court is shut. Of course, the phone number given with the email doesn't work. And all around town, the parking meters are covered, and many of them that you can actually see say not in service. There's another one area of car park where it says no charges until further notice. No charging until further notice. So yeah, no need to pay. No need to pay and display now. Not with COVID. Pay and display has been cancelled until COVID is finished, basically. So, yeah, and also I spoke to someone from the council, the council people standing nearby, so I asked them about the whole situation of the building. The magistrates, and said, oh, it's been closed for months now. That's useful. If I've got to pay this thing, how do I pay it? I said, well, what, did you get a thing on the windscreen of the car? No. They said, well, it's fake then. Because if you'd have got a ticket, it would have been put on the windscreen of the car. I never had a ticket, so how do you know? How do you know what you get nowadays, especially while we've got COVID? How do you know what they're going to do? Mollie, no. Stop peeing on houses. Don't pee on those houses, bad boy. That's naughty. Here she is. I'm just going to see where Border Collies is. She was behind. Just a guess. Good guess though. With Mollie, it's always easy to guess where Mollie is. Behind. Here she is again, behind. Hello. Hello, Border Collie. I do. And there's Lucy. Oh, Lucy coming to sniff butt. Okay. Did you sniff butt, Lucy? Good girl. On you go. Go on then. No point coming over to me. Oh, and Chewie was, yesterday. We had two females coming around to look at the pups yesterday, and Chewie was right in the clutch area of the females, with his nose right up there. So, Chewie, pack it up. Oh, you nutter. So I got him in pretty quickly. They said hello to him, and that was it. He didn't really want to say hello, did he? No. Here she comes, here she comes. I mentioned a bit about Chewie because obviously Lucy was sniffing butt, so I thought that was an interesting point about him, so nutter. Well, Riley went out to say hello as well, but Riley didn't do that. Riley just went out to say hello, was his normal nutty self. You alright, Luce? How you doing, Bubs? Good girl. Yeah, he was his normal nutty self, so that was cool. Look at that. How much work does it take to do that? You've got all little beads in the roof of that house. That must take hours of work. Just for one little roof of a little house that's put by there in the woods. Incredible, really. Beautiful. And the amount of effort and little work they do, it's lovely. Lovely to see. You're making that much effort. Fantastic. Oh, that one's seen better days now. Seems to have fallen. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, there you go. All fun and games. Coming towards the end of the season, as I said before, with these houses, they probably will be taken away at some point soon. When, I don't know. Some point soon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yesterday also. I popped into Halfords to arrange to get dash cam and rear cam for my car. Well, part of the reason why is because I was coming back from getting my car refueled the other day, following the sat nav, come around this big bend, suddenly, car coming towards me on my side of the road, overtaking a cyclist on a massive bend. Right? Obviously, that car could not see what was ahead of him. The driver could not see what was coming, yet decided to go round a cyclist on a bend. It wasn't, I say massive bend, it wasn't that massive a bend really. It was a bend. So I had to slam my brakes on, otherwise I would have gone head first straight into this blinking car. So that sort of thing you need. I mean, that, you've got two things there that's caused that problem, really. And this is quite typical of what's going to be happening. You know, cyclists on the road, more and more cyclists on the road. As I say, I can't get away from the point that if you're a cyclist, if you cannot get even near the speed limit of that road, you shouldn't be on that road. You should not be on that road, not in any way, shape or form. There are other roads that would take you to the destination you want to go to, from where you are to where you want to be, that probably have cycle lanes. You can probably go on those. And you can dawdle at your own will. You know, you can enjoy the countryside as you're riding along. You've got no threat of any cars hitting you. Well, shouldn't be. Unless a car suddenly veers off the road and comes onto the cycle lane, which is very rare. But also you don't have to have cars going incredibly wide of you. I mean, you see it. Cyclists going down the road, normal road, hold up traffic. Lines and lines and lines of cars behind. Because the car right behind can't go around the cyclist. So all these cars are now travelling at 15 miles an hour behind the cyclist. And that's if it's flat. If it's uphill, forget it, 5 miles an hour. It's insane. Well, look, good for people to get out and get some exercise. I understand that. But there needs to be some understanding of road use. Yeah, if you can't keep up to the speed limit, it's the same as a car. Yeah, when you take your driving test, if you're in a driving test and you come onto a road that's a 40 mile an hour road and you don't get up to speed, you've failed. Your driving test is basically over. You've failed. Because you have to show that you're able to go at the speed of the road that you're on. Now, any cyclist should be exactly the same. Yeah, if you want to ride on proper roads, I remember as a kid we had to do a cycling proficiency test. But they need to bring something like that in for people who are wanting to cycle. But you should have a certain license to cycle. So if you have a bike that is adequate for riding at high speeds and you're fit and healthy and you can ride at high speeds, then you can ride on these roads at 60 mile an hour roads, because you can probably get up to the speed, or at least near to the speed. Yeah, if you can get up to 40, 50, that's fine on a 60 mile an hour road. If cars are doing that, most cars won't try and overtake you. They just say, okay, we're going. We're getting there, we're not too bad speed-wise. We're getting there, aren't we? But if you're on a road like that, and if you can't get anywhere near that speed, you shouldn't have a licence to drive or ride on those roads. On the road part, on the cycle paths, ride wherever you like. It's a cycle path. It's there for you. That's there for you. That's there for you to use. The road is there for cars and motorbikes and lorries and buses. Not there for push bikes. Not really, not anymore. Now you've got a cycle path. Never really was there for push bikes, really, was it? Occasionally you get somebody, certainly when I was a kid, Most people, adults, kids, rode on the path. Yeah, the sidewalk, as Americans call it. They rode on there. Why? Because they couldn't keep up to the speed of the road. And if you can't keep up to the speed of the road, and if you're not too sure yourself on a bike, you ride on the pavement. Yeah, because it's safe there. Yeah, you get pedestrians, and you've got to be careful of those. Amber, leave it. Be a good girl. You're not a forager. How many times? I was that already, ain't I? Be a good girl. Chewie here. Come here, Bubs. Yeah. So cyclists are, it's a thing, you know. Are people doing it for fitness? In most cases, no, they're not. They really are not. Some are, and those people can pretty much keep to the speed limit of the road. Pretty much, at least they're working to it, right? Yeah, they're working on fitness. They ride pretty fast. That's cool. Although again, dangerous. Yeah, if you're riding at 40 miles an hour on a push bike, you've got no protection really. You might have a helmet. Yeah, that helmet's not going to do much at 40 miles an hour, really. Especially if you get into a collision with something, then you've got a problem. Yeah. So yeah, if you have a slight problem at 40 miles an hour on a push bike, you're going to try and control it. At that speed, you're going to lose it. And if you're on a road with busy traffic, you're in trouble. Come here. Come here. Make sure the cyclist can go. I didn't even see him. See, cyclist just come in there. Didn't see him. Didn't hear him. Very quiet. Aye. But yeah, as I say, if you're on one of these racing bikes, because that's the point, a mountain bike does not belong on even a 40 mile an hour road or a 30 mile an hour road. Mountain bikes belong in this terrain, this here. This is what mountain bikes belong in, this. That's what they're designed for. They're not designed for the road at all. They don't belong on the road because you're not going to be doing speeds with a mountain bike. You know, if you get up to even 20 mile an hour on a mountain bike, you're doing pretty good. You'll need a very expensive one to be able to travel at speeds. The reason why they're not designed, look at the tyres of a mountain bike. They're designed for off-road. They're not designed for fast. Racing bikes have similar tyres to that of Formula 1 cars. Very, very smooth. Amber, walk away. So that makes a difference. Come on, Riley, this way. Now, Riley's the last one. Here he comes, bouncing along. Bouncing along. Right. A little bouncer, isn't you? Bouncer. Yeah, my little bouncer. You sure? Daddy's little bouncer. And you'll notice in this video, I'm trying to keep my hand in my pocket. Partly because it's cold. And partly because I've noticed in videos that I do gesture quite a lot. I use my hands when I talk. So, my hands often get in the way of the camera. So, keep hands out the way today. Well, that's the idea. And it's definitely, we're getting towards winter. We are now. It's cold. It's quite nippy today. It's not as cold today as it was last night. Of course, we've got quite a bit of cloud cover at the moment. That means it's colder today than when it was yesterday because we haven't got the sunlight, so we've got cloud cover. And we haven't got the warmth factor of the sun. So, but, wait, come here. Amber, come. Here. Now. Come here. Chewie, come. Here. Come here. Come here, this way. Come on. There's a lady coming with her dog, but she's not slowing down at all. She's not giving me any indications as to where she's going, so hopefully this is the path. Take mine down here, and that will do the job. That dog seems to be going that way. We'll see. See whether when we go. So I don't know where Chewie's gone. Chewie's there, okay. Very difficult to see Chewie, isn't it? Just about to see him. Come here. Lucy, come. Here, babes. So the woman is going from the direction where we just came. So we will go from the direction where she just came. That works, doesn't it, eh? Swipsy swapsies. There you go. As I say, with cyclists, I've never really been bothered riding bikes. I have ridden bikes. I used to ride partly to work. Ride to the train station, then ride from the train station to work. I used to do that. Yeah, but I was on the road. But I always tried to keep up. I tried to keep up with traffic because I didn't want cars to have to come wide of me. That didn't seem to be right. And so I would never try to cycle, especially on a mountain bike. I would never try to use that on a faster road. No way, shape or form. Absolutely not. So I would stay away from those roads because they're dangerous. They are blinking dangerous. You know, I'm pedaling away because I've got these movements in my legs. I've got movement. If one pair of my trousers gets caught, anything that gets caught in a chain, suddenly, the bike veers to the right or something. I'm now in massive danger of getting run over. So, no. I stayed away from roads like that. I would find little side roads to go down and through because it didn't matter as much. I can whiz around side roads at least 20, 25 miles an hour. Or near to that. 15 to 20, alright, fine. Yeah, alright. I wasn't quite fit enough to do 25 miles an hour. Yeah, okay. But that was fine on a little side road. Look at Lucy's finger stick all over the place. Because, of course, you've got little nodges where the branches have come off that she's trying to bite them off so she can carry it easier. Right, Lucy, what you got, Bubba? You got a sticky? There you go, Lucy. Lucy, you got a sticky. Well done, Lucy. You tear that sticky off, Lucy. You tear it off, Bubba. Is it a naughty sticky? What you got, Lucy? What Lucy got? Lucy Lou. What money wants Lucy's stick? Go on then, go get it. Nobody looking at me, I'm not going to get it. I don't need a sticky. I don't carry a sticky in my mouth, do I? So I feel sorry for cyclists because you've got a Prime Minister of the UK telling people to go out and cycle, get fit, stuff like that. So I understand people are saying, but the Prime Minister said, yeah, but he's a cyclist. But he has a police protection, right? He's had it for a long time, ever since he's been an MP. When he was a London mayor, he had a police protection when he was riding mine down his little cycle. Okay? You're not going to get that. You're not. You've got to understand, cars are solid machines. If they hit you at 30 miles an hour, it's like the other day, I was driving back from taking the dogs for a walk, going at 30 on a 30 mile an hour road. Suddenly a car come past me, and I was like, how fast was that blinking car going? Well, 30. But the combined speed of my speed and his speed made it feel like that car was going 60. I mean, they might have been going a bit faster than 30. They might. Right, leave. Mollie, enough.
Thank you.
Right, get away. Out of the way.
Oh, he's got a sticky.
Mollie, leave it. Good girl. Good girl, Mollie. Well done, Bubba girl. Good girl, Mollie, Kylie. That was too big, Mollie. Too big a sticky. You can't have that, Bubs. See a cyclist coming through here. That's fine. He's got a mountain bike. Man, I had a mountain bike. Yeah, but even there, I think Chewie ran in front of him. Not sure. I was too busy keeping an eye on Mollie, trying to get her to drop a stick because he would never got past her with that big tree branch. So, but I think Chewie ran in front of him, so he had to hit his brakes quite hard. Well, yeah, but that's the point. His bike, the mountain bike, is designed for that, for this terrain. Try and ride this racing bike through here, through this area, through this sort of ground. How are you going to cope? Hey, how do you think you're going to do with a racing bike through here? Not very well, right? No. It's like a mountain bike on a road. Not designed for it. You don't see many ducks trying to swim in the sea. Well, not the sea, in the sand. Because they're not designed for the sand. They're designed for water. It's like you've got sand buggies that are designed specifically for sand, but they've got massive treads on their wheels. They're incredibly lightweight and incredibly powerful. You generally don't see them riding on the roads here, because they're not designed for the road. You won't get the best out of the machine on the road. That's not what they're there for. And come on, if you go and buy a £60 mountain bike for £60, it's not worth anything. You've been overcharged. Because as a mountain bike it's useless, as a road bike it's useless. There's no use to it at all. I mean, you know, certainly a racing bike on the road, you notice a difference. But let's be real. let's be fair to those people with mountain bikes, okay? Judging by the state of the roads, you might as well use a flipping mountain bike on the roads, because all the potholes and the divots in the roads which they haven't actually sorted out, and they strangely the council laid a bit of road the other day, but it's got a lot of loose stones in it, so as you're driving past you can feel those stones being chucked up into the undercarriage of your car. So what they're trying to do with that, I don't know. What the purpose of it is, I don't know. Seems a bit weird, really. Now, this is where we saw the squirrel yesterday, so shall we see if we can find a squirrel? See if we can find another squirrel. Because normally, I suppose there must be squirrels in these trees here, but I never see them. I suppose the reason why you don't is because people and dogs all around. So you just won't see them because you're not looking up most of the time. You're looking where you're walking. I'm keeping an eye on the dogs, so I don't look to see if there's any squirrels anywhere. But there probably is. Let's have a quick look. Do we have any squirrels up here today? Hello, Mollie, Collie. Find the squirrels. You got any squirrels up here today, Mollie? Is there any little squirrels here today? Well, that was a tree where the squirrel was, wasn't it? Yesterday, so it's probably around there today, but where exactly I do not know. Anyhow, so yeah, it'd probably be a better place to see them based upon the fact that, yeah, generally speaking, people don't walk in that tree area, I guess, because of, you know, whatever this is for. Morrison Reservoir, yeah, or Morriston Reservoir, yeah. Could be that. It could be because of that it's quieter, and because it's quieter you have, yeah, the squirrels come down a bit lower as a result of that. Okay. Right, come on this way. Was we missing the choo-choo? Was we missing the choo-choo? Yeah, we were missing the choo-choo, weren't we? Look at his tongue out. Mollie got sticky. Well, I'm Mollie. Hello, Chew. How you doing, pup? Right, let's keep an eye. Do we have any issues that we need to get away from? People with doggies and that sort of thing. I can see down there. Nope. Over there. Not that I can see. Yeah. Not near. That's good. No one that near. So that's good. We can start. We can head. Oh, I was talking to your friend earlier about you have this a thing in a can that you spray into the tyre if the tyre has a flat. That inflates the tyre plus seals anything that could be causing the flat. So because my driver's side rear tyre keeps them going flat. Well, last time I pumped it up, about a week ago, I made sure I inflated it a bit more this time. And it stayed up. For a week, it hasn't gone down again. So, yeah. But I was talking to him about that stuff, and he said basically, yeah, you can just put that in. So even if, like with the aluminium rims for the tyre, they might need a bit of sorting out. So after a number of years, they get a bit rusty, they get a bit, they need to be smoothed out a bit. Otherwise, they make the tyre deflate. So it could be that. It could be the fact that the tyre's got a puncture. So, if it goes down again, I'll just take it down. We do one of two things. We can spray that stuff in. I've already paid for that. There's a £5 for the tin. And my video died, so walkie-walkies part 2. Well, we're near to the end now, so yeah. But yeah, basically, my friend was saying, you spray that in, and it can actually seal whatever's causing the problem, and keep it sealed for years. Yeah, it's not like, because, well, I thought it was like the spare tyre. Yeah, those terrible spare tyres that some older cars have, where you can basically put those tyres on, or those wheels on, maybe for a day or two until you can get your tyre changed, but they're completely useless to really drive around on. I thought it was that. I thought it was going to turn your tyre into basically a dead tyre. No, I mean, apparently it lasts probably longer than what the tread will last. So that's cool. That's an interesting point. I said to him, yeah, but once you spray that in, don't you have to inflate the tyre then as well? So if you're by the roadside and you've got a flat, don't you have to inflate the tyre as well? No, that does it. Okay. Okay. Smiley. Come on, mate. Yeah, that's cool. It's a good idea. I like that idea. Yeah, it's a clever idea. Very clever. Good use. Certainly, I mean, it saves you changing your freaking tyre, doesn't it? I say, if you're out in the middle of winter, you don't want to be getting the jack out and lifting the car up and trying to sort the nuts out with the freezing weather. No, just get the can out, shake the can a bit, warm it up. I mean, if it's kept in the car, it should be fairly warm. Certainly if you've been driving around, you've had the heating on, the can should be nice and warm, that should be fine. Take the cap off the wheel, spray, get back in car. Apparently you've got to drive about 7 miles and then it's all sorted. Problem is, who knows how far 7 miles is? You've got to look on the signs, really, as you're driving, to see somewhere that's 3.5 miles away. Drive to it, drive back. There you go. There's your 7 miles. Aye. Well, I figure I'll get the pumps out now. It's quite early. But I figure I'll get them out now, based upon the fact that it's going to be likely to be raining later. Light rain showers, a lot of them. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.